A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Preet, and it gives me an immense pleasure to welcome you all to the 24th National Conference on E-Governance. Electronic governance can be defined as the usage of information and communication technology by the government to provide and facilitate government services, exchange of information, communication transactions, and integration of various standalone systems and services. And today, we are all here to celebrate the success we have achieved in the digital governance in a post-pandemic world. So without taking much of your time, let me have an opportunity to invite our dignitaries on the stage to proceed further with the inauguration of the 24th National Conference on come and join us on stage. And can we all clap for him, everyone? And as we are all going through this pandemic, so I would request each one of you to follow the protocol. Please maintain distance and do not remove your face mask. Now I would request Shri K.T. Ramarao Garu, the Honorable Minister of Municipal Administration. Directly? Okay. Mhm. Our dignitaries are already on the stage, so we will proceed for the lamp lighting. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. Hope is being able to see that there is light despite all of the darkness. Faith is seeing light with your heart when all your eyes see is darkness. With this thought and hope, we light this lamp to come out of all the darkness the entire world is going through right now. And can we all hear it louder from each one of you one more time, because it all kills the negativity, and I'm sure we'll be out of it very soon. So now we will begin with the felicitation program, and I would request Shri K.T. Ramarao Garu, the Honorable Minister for Municipal Administration and Urban Development, Industries, Information Technology, Electronics and Communications, Government of Telangana, to felicitate Dr. Jitendra Singh, Honorable Minister of State of the Ministry of Science and Technology and Ministry of Earth Sciences, Minister of State in the Prime Minister's Office, Minister of State in the Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions, Department of Atomic Energy and Department of Space, Government of India. And while we felicitate our dignitaries, I would request each one of you to keep clapping for all our honorable guests. Now I would request Shri Jayesh Ranjan Sir, Principal Secretary, to please come and felicitate Shri V. Srinivas, Secretary, Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances, Government of India. Thank you, sir. I would request Shri Jayesh Ranjan Sir once again to felicitate Shri N.B.S. Rajput, Joint Secretary, Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances, Government of India. I would request Shri Jayesh Ranjan sir to please felicitate Shri Surendranath Tripathi sir, Director General, Indian Institute of Public Administration. And can we all clap once again, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much, sir. And now let's proceed further. And now I would like to request Dr. Jitendra Singh, the Honorable Minister of State of the Ministry of Science and Technology and Ministry of Earth Sciences, Minister of State in the Prime Minister's Office, Minister of State in the Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions, Department of Atomic Energy and Department of Space, Government of India to please come and address the gathering. I apologize for the confusion here. I would request Shri V. Srinivasa, Secretary, Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances, Government of India, to please come and address the gathering here. And can we all clap for Sir here, please, everyone.
Respected Dr. Jitendra Singh ji, Minister of State, Independent Charge in the Ministry of Science and Technology, Ministry of Earth Sciences, Ministry of State in the Prime Minister's Office, Minister of State in the Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions, Department of Atomic Energy, Department of Space, Government of India. Shri K.T. Ramarao Garu, Minister for Municipal Administration and Urban Development, Industries, Information Technology, Electronics and Communications, Government of Telangana. Shri Ajay Prakash Sani ji, Secretary MeitY, who is joining us on virtual conferencing. Shri S.N. Tripathi ji, Director General, Indian Institute of Public Administration. Shri Rajendra Kumar ji, the Additional Secretary MeitY, who is also on video conferencing with us. Shri Jayesh Ranjan ji, Principal Secretary, Information Technology, Government of Telangana. Shri N.B.S. Rajput ji, the Joint Secretary, DRPG. All award winners of the 2021 National E-Governance Awards, Secretary Justice Shri Barun Mitra ji, Chairman National Highway Authority of India, Srimati Alka Upadhyay ji, Additional Secretaries, Joint Secretaries, Senior Officials from Government of India, attached officers, subordinate officers, autonomous bodies like the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Additional Chief Secretaries, Special Chief Secretaries and Principal Secretaries of Administrative Reforms and Information Technology from 28 states and 9 union territory governments, IT industry captains, the delegation from the Prime Minister Office of the Government of Singapore. On behalf of Government of India, I extend a warm and hearty welcome to the Minister of State in the Prime Minister's Office and Minister of State for Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions, Dr. Jitendra Singh ji, under whose leadership the DRPG has successfully collaborated with MeitY and the Government of Telangana to conduct the 24th National E-Governance Conference at Hyderabad. In the 24-year history of the National E-Governance Conferences, this is the 7th year that Dr. Jitendra Singh ji is inaugurating the National E-Governance Conference. It represents a significant milestone. I extend a warm and hearty welcome to the Minister of Information Technology, Electronics and Communications, Government of Telangana, Shri K.T. Ramarao, for accepting DRPG's invitation to address the inaugural session. I also welcome Ajay Sani ji, the Distinguished Principal Secretary, IT, Government of Telangana, Shri Jayesh Ranjan ji, Joint Secretary, DRPG, N.B.S. Rajput ji, to the inaugural ceremony. Under the visionary leadership of Prime Minister, the e-governance landscape of India has radically changed in scale, scope, and learning paradigms. India has succeeded in transforming technologically obsolete institutions into modern-day digital institutions which benefit millions of Indians. Today, India's rural countryside has changed. Banking correspondents, e-mitras, and common service centers have bridged the gap between the internet poor and the internet rich. As India celebrates its 75th year of independence as Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the Honorable Prime Minister has given a clarion call for adoption of next generation reforms by bridging the gap between the government and citizens. This vision of next generation administrative reforms of the Honorable Prime Minister has been diligently translated into reality by the DRPG. In 2021, India's roadmap for next generation administrative reforms witnessed three major initiatives: the successful implementation of the special campaign for disposal of pending matters from October 2nd to October 31st, 2021, the initiative for increasing efficiency in decision making in the Central Secretariat from March to October 21, the Good Governance Week from December 20 to 25, 2021, which witnessed the first nationwide Prashasan Gaon Ki Aur campaign, each of which was implemented on digital platforms across thousands of government institutions. Secretariat reforms, Swachhata campaign, and redressal of public grievances and improving service delivery form the core of India's good governance model. The widespread adoption of e-office has created paperless offices in the Central Secretariat and enabled smooth functioning in the pandemic. In 2021, the CP Grams portal redressed 20 lakh public grievances. Under Dr. Jiten Singh Ji's erudite leadership, each of these reforms were pursued with diligence and commitment. The DRPG implements the award scheme for National Awards for e-governance. This scheme is recognized amongst the most competitive and prestigious digital governance award schemes of the country. 2021 witnessed an all-time high of 1,377 registrations, 698 nominations being received on the DRPG portal. Of these, 26 nominations have been shortlisted by a highly accomplished panel of jury members, which I headed, and selected after 2 days of presentations. On this occasion, I express my gratitude to all jury members who gave their valuable time to this exercise. Amongst the National E-Governance Awards winners of 2021 are the central government initiatives of Department of Justice, Ministry of Rural Development, Department of School Education, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and MyGov. Amongst the award winners from state governments are the innovations from Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Telangana, Orissa, Daman and Diu, and Karnataka. The award winners from the districts include nominations from Golpara, Assam, Nagaur, Rajasthan, Dehradun, Uttarakhand, Solan in Himachal Pradesh, Dadra Nagar Haveli, Bandipura and Srinagar in Jammu Kashmir, Indore of Madhya Pradesh, Godda of Jharkhand, and Mon district of Nagaland. In the category of outstanding research by academic institutions, the nominations from the All India Institute of Medical Sciences and IIT Roorkee would be receiving the awards today. The NEGA would also be recognizing the performance of the Indian Oil Corporation and in the category of excellence in emerging technologies. Let me congratulate all award winners who would serve as beacons of excellence for e-governance in the coming years. The National E-Governance Conference brings together practitioners, policymakers, academicians, industry, and field officers to collectively deliberate on contemporary challenges of e-governance. The theme is India's Decade, Digital Governance in a Post-Pandemic World. This conference will have 6 plenary sessions and 5 breakout sessions. There is a special session on the Government of Telangana's digital platforms, several of which have been recognized at the national level. Teach-Its, Janahita, and Palle Pragati are a few that come to my mind. The advances made by the Government of Telangana adopting citizen-centric governance models in social welfare and development and industry and commerce sectors also find mention in the Good Governance Index 2021 released by the Honorable Home Minister of India on December 25, 2021. I am often asked what has changed in India's governance model in the years 2014 to 21. The answer is e-governance has simplified a citizen's interface with government, brought government and citizens closer, and enabled benchmarking of service quality. I have witnessed central government's e-governance models of Ayushman Bharat, Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, Rail Madad, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, Umang, electoral registration of officers network, One Nation, One Ration Card, Passport Seva Kendras, The state government e-governance initiatives like Digital Land of Uttar Pradesh, Khanij Online of Chhattisgarh, Antyodaya Saral of Haryana, Go Swift of Orissa, iStart of Rajasthan, and Maharera of Maharashtra have benefited in bringing transparency and openness to government processes. The organizational reforms have been coupled with significant reforms in personal administration like Mission Karma Yogi, lateral recruitment, accelerated promotion policies, regional conferences for replication of good governance practices, recognizing excellence in public administration by scaling up the scheme of Prime Minister's Awards for Excellence in Public Administration, represent a paradigm shift in India's governance models. New India's strong institutions are best symbolized by adoption of each of these e-governance practices. The best manifestation of maximum governance, minimum government policy is a digitally empowered citizen. As per the precedents of the previous conferences, the 24th National E-Governance Conference would be adopting the Hyderabad Declaration, laying down the roadmap for e-governance for the next year in the valedictory session tomorrow. With these thoughts, I once again welcome Dr. Jiten Singh Ji, Shri K.T. Ramarao Garu, and all the distinguished delegates to the 24th National Conference on E-Governance. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. And now I would request Shri Ajay Prakash Sahni, Secretary, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India, who has joined us virtually, to please address the gathering. The audio. Sir, can you hear me? There's some audio problem. Sir, are you able to hear me? Sir, please give us 2 minutes. There's some technical problem here.
Yes, please. Can I continue?
Yes, sir. You're audible now.
Right. Thank you, and respected Shri Jitendra Singh Ji, respected Shri K.T. Ramarao Garu, my dear colleagues Shri Srinivas, Shri S.N. Tripathi, Shri Barun Mitra, other colleagues from Government of India, Shri Jayesh Ranjan Ji, and other colleagues from Government of Telangana, dignitaries who are present from all the states of the country, from the industry, from the consulting fraternity, the award winners, and all the people present here. It's a great pleasure for me to be participating in this program. Hyderabad has been the location where the e-governance is very closely associated with the city, and the first and the second e-governance conferences actually happened in Hyderabad, and it's wonderful to see the National Conference on E-Governance return to Hyderabad again and again. It continues to be a fabulous location for innovation and for showing new pathways in e-governance, and it's a pleasure to be addressing this gathering which is there in Hyderabad today. Sir, the theme of this conference is digital government in a post-pandemic world, and what the pandemic has shown, on one side, huge challenge, on the other side, tremendous resilience that the country has shown in the face of adversity. The work pertaining to whether it is government or it is the industry serving the marquee Fortune 500 clients across the globe the work could continue unimpeded, hardly a setback in spite of a huge pandemic that we have faced. We have been able to display the depth of the systems that have already got implemented. E-office in government, many other systems that have been implemented. And the most recent example being that of CoWIN platform, which was fashioned out in a very, very quick time frame and has gone on to help the country cover citizens across the length and breadth of the country with the vaccination in a manner which is highly simplified and really brings out the strength of what e-governance systems can do. So in spite of the challenges that we have faced, the year 2021 has seen as many as 42 unicorns emerge in India, many of them from, of course, Hyderabad, many from Bangalore, Pune, Delhi, and other locations. But it's heartening to see the number of unicorns emerge. This shows that India is a very, very fertile ground for new companies, for innovation, for new services and products to emerge. In the area of e-governance, we have implemented a very large number of solutions. It's time to consolidate. Over the past few years, we are seeing tremendous consolidation happen. Platforms which used to be available separately in different states, many of them have got consolidated at the national level. New platforms have emerged, and the new platforms are weaving magic. Aadhaar has been the very first one, which enables services to be performed by a large number of stakeholders which are not within Aadhaar. UPI has performed a similar magic. Today, if we are able to count India amongst the most exciting locations for fintech, it is to some extent because there is a unifying platform which has created the new generation opportunities on top of the core banking system that was already available. Giants in digital payments have emerged on account of the UPI system. Similar efforts have happened in GEM, they have happened in GSTN, they have happened in CoWIN, and now such efforts are currently on in creating nationwide platforms, national platforms in healthcare, in education, in skills and jobs, in agriculture, in smart cities and urban governance, and many more. Apart from this, the IT and ITES industry has started moving towards software products. Many of the unicorns that we have seen represent this new generation of thinking, software products instead of only a concentration on software services. To our good fortune, electronics has also picked up tremendously. We have grown extremely fast over 5 years. For 1 year, we have had a bit of a plateauing. Once again, the next 5 years promise to bring something like a 27% compounded rate of growth from $75 billion to at least $250 billion by 25-26. What this does for our ecosystem is that new innovation need not happen only in a standalone manner in software. Now it's possible for us, it's possible for our innovators to dream up completely new solutions which can combine software and hardware. The completion or the completeness of the ecosystem in electronics represents amazing new opportunities for all of us, whether we are in government or we are in the startup community. The emerging technologies add a completely new dimension to what we have been doing. All the projects that we have implemented today have huge engines of data, whether it's projects implemented at the state level or they are projects implemented at the national level. Especially the nationwide projects have humongous data flow. The moment we combine advanced data analytics and AI, we bring in spatial technologies to be able to see the data represented on maps. We make use of blockchain technologies. We can make use of AR and VR technologies, and 5G and IoT will add further masala to what all is happening and what all is possible. Many of the goals, many of the objectives that could simply not be achieved with existing technologies are also within the realm of possibility the moment we apply the new, exciting new emerging technologies to what we already have as a very strong foundation. Given these strengths, what are the key things that lie ahead? What is it that we must try to strive and achieve? Number one, it's extremely important to further simplify availability of services, discovery of services, use of services by the citizens by creating a single sign-on at the national level. We have a very large number of services which are currently operational, but the users have to make use of them through separate sign-ons, through separate portals, through separate apps. It would be wonderful if we are able to move forward with a single sign-on for every citizen of India, where one could discover all the services and find them easy to avail. The second concentration I would urge is required to stitch up or weave up the domain platforms. The same magic that has happened in fintech can happen in healthcare, in education, in agriculture by weaving together domain platforms. What a domain platform at the nationwide scale does is that it institutionalizes our strength, which is scale, which is a billion-person scale. And on top of each of these platforms, huge opportunities can get created. So this is the second goal that I would urge needs to be set by us. The third goal is to again have a unified range of walk-in centers, the common service centers, the e-seva centers, me-seva centers, and many such centers which are existing across the country, so that every citizen is able to also have an opportunity, also have the option of walking into a center which is located very close by and be able to avail all the services that are otherwise available on mobile or on the net. So institutionalizing the nationwide scale through nationwide platforms is a key goal that I would like to urge. My congratulations to all the award winners at the central and the state level. States have a huge role to perform. It is when the states innovate that we are able to find the best examples of what can be done, and then those can be replicated at a nationwide level. My congratulations to all the award winners. My thanks to Srinivas ji and to all the organizers for giving me this opportunity to participate in the conference. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. And now I would request Shri K.T. Ramarao Garu, the Honorable Minister of Municipal Administration and Urban Development Industries, Information Technologies, Electronics and Communications, Government of Telangana, to please address the gathering. And can we all clap for sir?
Thank you. Good morning. Respected Minister of State, Shri Jitendra Singh ji, respected Secretary Sri Srinivas Garu, Mr. Tripathi, Mr. Rajput and Jayesh Ranjanji, and of course our dear friend Secretary Meti Ajay Sani ji. I welcome you all to this National Conference on E-Governance in Hyderabad. I thank the Department of Administrative Reforms and Meti, Government of India, for choosing Hyderabad as a venue. As we all know, the government that actually governs the least is the best governance, is what is said. Now, lots of process and technology interventions have been made by many state governments and central governments since independence to increase convenient and transparent service delivery using technology. Still, there are issues in quality of services rendered by the governments, and the processes followed are still archaic, which can certainly be improved. There's always scope for improvement. Our Honorable Chief Minister, Shri K. Chandrasekhar Rao Garu, whenever we talk to him about technology, whenever we tell him about all the new things that are coming out as part of our emerging technologies wing, he only has one piece of advice to offer to the IT department and to the IT professionals and to the entire industry as well. He only says, a developing nation like India, no matter how fancy a technology is, unless it has the ability to have a larger societal impact, unless it has the ability to help the common man and make his pain points, go away, there is no point in really talking about any kind of technology. Any technology that does not have a societal impact, a positive societal impact, is futile, is what he says. So therefore, in that spirit, we have, since the formation of Telangana, our government has been working continuously on the above utopian objective of governance via and service delivery via electronic means. Transparency, accountability, of course, is the key goal of e-governance. So therefore, keeping that in mind, let me share with you a couple of things that Telangana has done exceptionally well. Me Seva is our unique offering to the citizens of the state. And I'm happy to share with you that in the last 7.5+ years of Telangana's formation, today we stand number 1 in the country on electronic service delivery for every 1,000 citizens. Me Seva has been completely re-engineered with technology and process changes and is rolled out as Me Seva 2.0 in early 2017. It's a highly scalable platform serving on an average of 100,000 citizens, 1 lakh citizens every day through the 4,500 centers across the state of Telangana. As per e-Tal of the Government of India, Me Seva ranks first in terms of number of e-transactions per 1,000 population. Just to give you a sense of how well Me Seva has done over the last few years, the cumulative number of citizens served since 2014 is about 21 crore different services. And the total amount which has been transacted using Me Seva is a staggering 29,000 crore of rupees, about $4 billion worth of transactions have happened through Me Seva in the last 7.5 years. To promote digital payments, the government of Telangana has launched what is called as T-Wallet, Telangana Wallet, a digital wallet in June 2017, which is working exceptionally well. Since the launch of T-Wallet in 2017, more than 2.6 crore transactions have happened through this digital wallet, and the amount that has been transacted again is staggering, 14,000 crores of rupees that has happened since 2017. This bi-directional wallet, owned and operated for the first time by any state government in India, is an anytime, anywhere digital payment option for everyone. It serves through online, which is desktop, laptop, a smartphone, feature phone, and even when you have no phone, you can certainly use T-Wallet. As I mentioned, it is again a wallet which we are very proud of and the services that we have been able to deliver. There are more than 60 crore smartphones in our country, in India, and this number is increasing rapidly every single day. Since 2017, our government in Telangana has decided that not only e-governance, but we should also start looking at M-governance, mobile governance option as well. As part of this, we've launched what is called as a T-App Folio, which is the M-governance initiative. And it was launched in 2018, which enables every citizen to transact directly with the government. G2C services, government to citizen services, B2C services, VAS and info services through the mobile platform are also available. T-App Folio is also the only app in India that currently enables application and certificate services to be delivered directly to citizens. T-App also can be accessed on smartphones as well as feature phones. It is currently recording close to 10,000 transactions per day, and T-App Folio again hosts more than 270 plus services covering about 32 different government departments. Thus, the state has made a transition from digitization, from electronic governance to mobile governance in the last 6 years. Number of smart governance initiatives that we have, where we have leveraged emerging technologies is something again I wanted to share with you and the Honorable Minister. Government of Telangana has signed an MOU with Government of Estonia, a country that is known as a European country that is known as a pioneer in e-governance, which is regarded as a benchmark and a standard in terms of seamless service delivery through smartphones and PCs and through the famous X-Road platform. In Estonia, citizens visit a government office only for 3 services relating to marriage and the purchase of immovable property and also citizens. All other services, including voting in general elections, are in a presence-less and contactless manner, and this is something that I think we also as a government need to be looking at. Striving towards this vision, Telangana government has started exploring the usage of emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, big data in government to achieve anytime, anywhere citizen services delivery, leveraging AI, ML, big data and deep learning. The service flow in some departments like Transport Department for renewal of driving license, annual life certificate submission by retired employees, application for degree online admissions, application for passport renewal, identification of voters during voting, etc., are analyzed to understand issues in existing processes. A new platform called as the Real-Time Digital Authentication of Identity, RTDAI, was designed and implemented by the Government of Telangana from 2019. This is a total process re-engineering in which citizen services are provided through a smartphone, anytime, anywhere in a presence-less and contactless manner without citizen visiting the government office. This is achieved by leveraging the power of emerging technologies like AI, ML, deep learning and big data. Now just to give you a few examples, PLCS, Pensioner Life Certificate through Selfie, was launched in the year 2019 by Government of Telangana. Government pensioners are required to file annual life certificates every year. For this purpose, they were to go out of house and to visit some office in a Mi-Seva center. Using PLCS, government pensioners in Telangana can submit annual life certificates through T-App Folio by entering their pension ID, name and uploading a selfie from the comfort of their home. About 30,000 pensioners have used in 2019. About 45,000 pensioners have availed this service in 2020, and more than 100,000 pensioners have used this service so far in the year 2021. Government of India also has launched a very similar application in November 2021. Now another application which we are very proud of, FEST, Friendly Electronic Services in Transport Department. About 17 services of the Transport Department in driving license, learner license, permit and registration services are launched from July 2020. These 17 services can be availed from the T-App Folio through a smartphone. Telangana citizen today can renew a driving license through a smartphone from home on a Sunday or even an office holiday. This is a service delivery, a first of its kind in India and perhaps available in very, very few countries across the world as well. RTDAI solutions are relevant for all states in India, and some central ministries like the Ministry of External Affairs, Defence, Pensioners, the Election Commission of India, UIDAI, etc. They're all relevant, in fact, to many other departments. By harnessing the power of AI, ML and deep learning together, with the phenomenal reach of smartphones, a paradigm shift is being taught in the way citizens interact with governments in the state. Another very important initiative of Government of Telangana, because we believe that if citizens truly have to be empowered, especially in the post-pandemic world, both digital literacy and also digital infrastructure are equally important. So therefore, in accordance with the vision of our Honorable Chief Minister Shri KCR Garu, we have launched a project called as the T-Fiber, a fiber optic network to each and every home, which establishes a state-of-the-art digital network infrastructure that is long-lasting, resilient, secure, scalable and carrier-grade to provide affordable, high-speed 10 Mbps broadband connectivity, 100 Mbps broadband connectivity from state headquarters to all homes, government offices and enterprises in the state of Telangana. The goal is to connect 30,000 government institutions in phase 1 and to connect 51 lakh rural and 32 lakh urban houses in phase 2, and also to connect cellular towers on demand. The other initiatives which we are very proud of as a state, we have launched a unique wing in Government of Telangana under the Ministry of Information Technology called as the Emerging Technologies Wing. And we have not only made sure that we come out with policies to back our planning, we have also ensured that government becomes the first customer to provide proofs of concept to our entrepreneurs. Telangana today is the first state in the country to launch an actionable policy framework for artificial intelligence. In fact, we had declared the year 2020 as the year of AI. The Telangana AI mission, called as the TAIM, has been formed in partnership with NASSCOM to execute this strategy. Cloud adoption has been mandated within the government, and an easy to adopt framework has been released to support the same. Agri-tech has been given a push through initiatives such as AI-based pest management, AI for AI, artificial intelligence for agri-innovation in partnership with the World Economic Forum, and the National E-Governance Plan for Agriculture. Through the Medicine from Sky initiative, our state Telangana has become the first state to pilot beyond visual range of sight drone delivery of vaccines and blood. And this was launched by Honorable Minister of Civil Aviation, Sri Jyotiraditya Scindia, in last year in Vikarabad. Before I conclude, since the Honorable Minister of State Jitendra Singh Ji is here, I wanted to make 3 specific requests through him to Government of India. So we are a very progressive state, and we have emerged as a state that has really adopted, electronic governance and mobile governance initiatives in the last 7 years for the benefit of our citizens. In fact, I believe number of Telangana's initiatives can be emulated by other states in India, and I am very confident that Telangana can in fact partner with other states and share our learning experiences, because I don't think each of our states need to reinvent the wheel. We need to work with each other, we need to learn from each other, and we need to adopt best practices, and we need to start looking at next practices also as part of our vision to make a stronger India. The 3 specific requests I have for you, sir. Sir, back in 2012-13, the then Union government had granted what was called as Information Technology Investment Region, an ITIR for Hyderabad. Sir, Hyderabad is one of the most important technology destinations in the country, as you are aware. And as a very progressive government, with our efforts under the leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister, we've been able to increase our IT exports from 57,000 crores in 2013-14 to 1,45,000 crores as of last year, June. That shows the kind of growth Hyderabad has had over the last 7.5 years. We want to do more. We want Government of India to support us by way of possibly taking a relook, reconsidering the entire ITIR project, which unfortunately has been scrapped by the NDA government. I urge you, sir, through you to the Honorable Prime Minister, to take a relook at the ITIR policy. And for a very progressive city like Hyderabad, for a very progressive state like Telangana, we can achieve more by way of getting the adequate support from Government of India. The second request I have for sir, we are, in fact, as part of the Make in India campaign, Make in Telangana campaign, we have achieved a great deal of success in electronics manufacturing as well. The 2 electronics manufacturing clusters that we have currently in the city of Hyderabad are near to capacity, and we have urged the Department of Electronics and Communications, MeitY, to grant us at least 2 more electronics manufacturing clusters under EMC 2.0. I urge you, sir, and through you to the Honorable Prime Minister and Government of India to sanction more electronics manufacturing clusters to the city of Hyderabad and Telangana, so that we can continue with the mission of Honorable Prime Minister under the Make in India campaign. And the third thing, sir, and the third request I have for you, which falls directly under you. Sir, I have seen your statement on the Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center, the InSpace Center. You have sanctioned 2 centers, sir. You have sanctioned one for Bangalore and one for Ahmedabad. So as you are aware, again, Hyderabad being an important hub for space research. In fact, former President Abdul Kalam had spent almost 12 years right here in our own city, sir. There are a number of defense labs. In fact, I'm proud to share with you, sir. We are a very important hub for aerospace and defense. And in fact, when India had sent MOM, the Mars Orbiter mission, more than 30% of the components of MOM were made by the SMEs in Hyderabad. So therefore, I urge you, sir, in the new age of startups, we also have some brilliant startups such as Skyroot and Dhruva, which are also headquartered here and which have been making waves in the Indian space tech industry, to grant an in-space center for Hyderabad. And I urge you to consider that, in your personal capacity also, sir. I also would like to quickly request you, sir, to set up a center of excellence in space, space research, so that Hyderabad can continue to grow and we can aid and assist, other cities and other states in India as well in the growth in our space tech sector. Once again, I thank and I offer my gratitude to the Honorable Minister, to Government of India, for choosing Hyderabad and Telangana as the venue for this wonderful event. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Telangana.
Thank you so much, sir. And now I would request all our dignitaries to please release the conference papers, Excellence in E-Governance booklet, Compendium of E-Governance Initiatives Citation booklet. And while we do that, can we all clap once again, everyone, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much, respected sir. And now I would request each one of you to please have your attention towards the screen, as we have a film on e-governance. All the eyes towards the screen, please.
ये दशक डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजी में भारत की क्षमताओं को ग्लोबल डिजिटल इकोनॉमी में भारत की हिस्सेदारी को बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ाने वाला है। इसलिए बड़े बड़े एक्सपर्ट्स इस दशक को इंडिया टेकेड के रूप में देख रहे हैं।
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी के टेकेड के दृष्टिकोण को अगले स्तर तक ले जाते हुए हम देख सकते हैं कि कैसे ई गवर्नेंस ने देश में नई ऊर्जा प्रदान की है। साथ ही महामारी के दौरान लोगों के जन जीवन को सामान्य स्थिति में लाने में अहम भूमिका निभाई। ई गवर्नेंस सुशासन को मूर्त रूप देने में एक अहम भूमिका निभा रहा है। ई गवर्नेंस के माध्यम से आम आदमी तक जरूरी सुविधाएं पहुंच रही हैं, जैसे कि सेवाओं का शीघ्र वितरण नागरिकों तक बेहतर पहुंच प्रदान करके उन्हें सशक्त बनाने का काम कर रहा है। अब आपको सरकारी सेवाओं का लाभ उठाने के लिए लंबी कतारों में खड़े होने की आवश्यकता नहीं है, जिससे समय और पैसे दोनों की बचत होती है।
योजनाओं का जो है आवेदन कर रहे हैं तो बैंक के अकाउंट में तब खाते द्वारा सब आ जाता है।
मोबाइल पे अपना कैलेंडर देख के ये जान जाते हैं कि कब हमारी पर्ची आएगी, कब हमको तुलवाना है, और मोबाइल से ही हम लोग अपना कितना हमारा गन्ना तोल चुका है, कितना भुगतान मेरे बैंक में आया है, ये सभी जानकारी हमको प्राप्त हो रही है।
पिछले कुछ वर्षों में विभिन्न राज्य सरकारों और केंद्रीय मंत्रालयों द्वारा ई सरकार के युग की शुरुआत करने के लिए बड़ी संख्या में पहलें की गई हैं। सार्वजनिक सेवाओं के वितरण में सुधार लाने और लाभार्थियों तक पहुंचने की प्रक्रिया को सरल बनाने के लिए कई स्तरों पर निरंतर प्रयास किए गए हैं। राष्ट्रीय ई गवर्नेंस सम्मेलन हर साल प्रशासनिक सुधार और लोक शिकायत विभाग और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और सूचना प्रौद्योगिकी मंत्रालय भारत सरकार द्वारा आयोजित किया जाता है। यह सम्मेलन केंद्र सरकार और राज्य सरकार के मंत्रालयों, विभागों, सार्वजनिक उपक्रमों और सरकारी और गैर सरकारी शैक्षणिक या अनुसंधान संस्थाओं के नई पहलों के कार्यान्वयन को प्रोत्साहित करना है। इसके अलावा प्रशासन में पारदर्शिता लाने वाले प्रौद्योगिकी को बढ़ावा देने का प्रयास करता है। वर्ष 2020-21 के लिए ई गवर्नेंस के लिए राष्ट्रीय पुरस्कारों के दायरे का विस्तार किया गया। इसके तहत अप्रत्याशित रूप से प्रदर्शन करने वाले राज्यों, जिलों को शामिल किया गया। इस वर्ष के पुरस्कार का उद्देश्य ई गवर्नेंस के क्षेत्रों में नवाचारों के कार्यान्वयन के क्षेत्र विशेष के असाधारण उपलब्धियों को बढ़ावा देना, सफल ई गवर्नेंस समाधानों में नवाचारों को प्रोत्साहित करना और स्थायी ई गवर्नेंस पहलों को डिजाइन और कार्यान्वित करने के प्रभावी तरीकों पर ज्ञान का प्रसार करना है। इस वर्ष के सम्मेलन का विषय है इंडियाज डेकेड, डिजिटल गवर्नेंस इन अ पोस्ट पैंडेमिक वर्ल्ड। 23वां नेशनल ई गवर्नेंस सम्मेलन महाराष्ट्र सरकार के सहयोग से मुंबई में फरवरी 2020 में आयोजित किया गया था। राष्ट्रीय ई गवर्नेंस पुरस्कार 2020 से 21 के अंतर्गत 6 श्रेणियों में कुल 611 ऑनलाइन आवेदन प्राप्त हुए, जिनमें से 26 सर्वश्रेष्ठ उपलब्धि हासिल करने वालों का चयन किया गया, जिनमें 12 स्वर्ण, 13 रजत और 1 ज्यूरी पुरस्कार शामिल है। चयनित विजेताओं को 24वें नेशनल ई गवर्नेंस सम्मेलन में पुरस्कृत किया जाएगा। इन सभी पुरस्कृत विजेताओं ने असाधारण तकनीकों और सॉफ्टवेयर का विकास किया है, जिससे देश की लोकतांत्रिक प्रक्रिया और सरकारों और लोगों की भागीदारी के तरीके में एक अभूतपूर्व बदलाव सा आ गया।
Thank you so much for your kind attention. And now I would request Dr. Jitendra Singh, the Honorable Minister of State of the Ministry of Science and Technology and Ministry of Earth Sciences, Minister of State in the Prime Minister's Office, Minister of State in the Ministry of Personal Public Grievances and Pensions, Department of Atomic Energy and Department of Space, Government of India, to please come forward and address the gathering. So please.
Good morning, everybody. Honorable Minister Shri K.T. Ramarao Garu, Secretary Administrative Reforms, Government of India, Mr. Srinivas, who also happens to be son of the soil, Director General IIPA, Mr. S.N. Tripathi, Mr. Jayesh, Mr. Rajput, senior officers from the government of Telangana, and also senior government functionaries representing different states and union territories of India. It is indeed a great delight and a pleasure to be here in a city which is, as the Honorable Minister was mentioning, known for its progressive approach. And rather, I would add to what he said by saying that this actually is a city of Hyderabad, which is the possible one of the most illustrious examples of tradition blended with modernity. And this is a land known of its people who have the leaning to hold on to their tradition, to sustain it, which is matched with an equal urge, an equally intense urge to also look ahead and move on. And that is why, as was being mentioned by the Honourable Minister rightly so, it's been always ahead in experimenting with new innovations and the new technological facilities available to us. It's also a matter of delight, as was being mentioned by Mr. Srinivas, that this 24th National Conference is being held in Hyderabad. And I think just a few years back we held another one, so which also is an indication of the compatible milieu over here to hold such conferences, which possibly brings the likes of Srinivas again and again back to Hyderabad. In addition, I would also like to share with you that we have started an exercise of holding regional conferences across the country, because soon after Shri Narendra Modi took over as Prime Minister in the year 2014, one of his advice was whether we could move out of the national capital and also be amongst the people in different parts of the country. And now looking back 7-8 years, I think that has paid rich dividends. We have been moving across the country by way of these regional conferences. We had one like this starting from up north in Leh, then we were in Srinagar, then we were in Jammu, then we were in Nagpur, then we were in Mumbai, then we were in Shillong, we were in Lucknow. So it's been north, south, east, west, northeast. And that has not only created a different kind of comradeship and fellowship, but also enabled us to exchange our best practices. And as I was suggesting to the Honourable Minister as we were sitting over here, we have now also tried, and I have suggested that we could actually do the coupling of these states. For example, depending on the requirements. So depending upon the peculiar requirements of Telangana, we could also do some research and find out what is the common between Telangana and some other state of the country. And then we could together move forward and ask them to replicate each other's experience, also supplement each other's experience, and come out with a new model if possible. And now that we have also started the Good Governance Index, and Telangana's Janhit platform has been recognized as among the best functional redressal platforms, I think there is much also to learn from each other. The digital governance, which happens to be the theme of today's conference, I think came out in its best during the COVID times. And those of us who were actually quite status quoist or quite tied down in the past conditioning of minds also found that they had no option but to go digital. So COVID, which came as a curse or an adversity, also carried some of its virtues. And I compliment Srinivas and his team that they succeeded in converting an adversity into a virtue by extending this digital governance concept across the country. And I think the outcome of this, which is quite gratifying, which also vindicates us, is that all throughout the COVID, Now this has been almost 2 years of the pandemic. At least in the Department of Personnel, and I'm sure it must be the case in the other ministries as well, the office work did not suffer even for a single day. And what I say next would rather amuse you. In fact, we were working more than in the non-COVID times, because our colleagues were working from home even on the holidays, on the weekends. It was no longer that 9 to 5 conditioning of mind. And that flexi time also brought out the best in them, their sense of commitment. In fact, one of the junior officers at the height of the pandemic last year told me, because I keep talking to them because that's how we learn from each other, he said the new dictum should be minimum attendance, maximum output. We were working with 50% attendance. Then at one point of time it reduced to even 25%. But output did not only remain same, but on occasions it was more. So I think now that we have learnt what we were made to learn during the pandemic, we could put it to right use or optimum use even in the post-pandemic times. Not necessarily that we will be virtual all the time, because then we'll forget to recognize each other without a screen. But we could actually make use of the healthy supplementation of the two modes that we have, whether it's hybrid or otherwise. And this flexi timing thing has also helped us in more ways than one. Otherwise, some of the functionaries had to take a casual leave to perform some household chores or some other obligation. Here they were not attending the office, working even during night. Sometimes I would wake up in the morning and find a letter having been mailed at 3 o'clock in the night. So that was the kind of approach that was witnessed. So I think this digital mode of life, which the credit goes to Prime Minister Modi, he's been pushing it right from the day he took over on the 26th of May 2014. He's been talking of digital India right from the ramparts of the Red Fort in his Independence Day address, which amounts to the declaration of the government's intent and priority. It's virtually become a way of life. And for a state like Telangana and a place like Hyderabad, which had already been known to be experimenting in various modes of digital options, I think this is again a matter of not only gratification but also a vindication about all those exercises, projects that they have carried and the Honourable Minister was sharing with us. I think now this is also gone digital. So the more you talk about it, the nature also starts responding. Now, as far as the efficiency of the Central Secretariat is concerned, we have also tried to reduce the journey time of the file. Earlier on, if it was about 7 to 8 levels, now our ultimate objective is to reduce it to just 3 levels. We've already reached 3 to 4. And I think that's not difficult if we make use of the online mode more optimally. And if I just cite the figures, over 27 lakh e-files are currently operational in the Central Secretariat in the Government of India. And physical files have been reduced to just about 10 lakh. Though we may not have gone absolutely paperless, but we have gone nearly paperless. And this motivation has gone across the ministries. For example, we have a hospital called Tata Memorial Center in Mumbai, which also falls in the domain of the Department of Atomic Energy, one of the hospitals which is not under the Ministry of Health. They went paperless, cashless, and also filmless. They moved one step further. That was 3 years back, just before the COVID. So even the X-ray film has been done away with. So when the patient moves from one desk to the other, one consultant to the other, he carries his I card number or I number as given by the computer. The doctor pushes that mouse and he gets the film on his computer. And as far as the cash is concerned, he carries the hospital card. When he makes a payment of 500, 1000, whatever, that card gets charged with that much of amount. If he goes for an investigation, the card is just swapped and the amount is charged. So he virtually doesn't carry anything with him except for the hospital card, which is linked with all these devices. Now, as far as the CP grams is concerned, for which I must compliment Telangana has done appreciably well. We have now stepped into linking it with the central CP gram of the Department of Administrative Reforms headed by Mr. Srinivas. And that would be in keeping with Prime Minister's advice of one nation, one portal. So anybody sitting anywhere can lodge a grievance. You don't have to wait for the office hours or the office desk to open. You can use your mobile app. Even if at the middle of the night you get aggrieved by something, you can wake up and lodge a grievance. And it will get linked to the concerned departments across the country. Now we are also moving up to district level. We have done that for the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. We are in the process of doing that for Uttar Pradesh. And similarly, as was being mentioned by the Honorable Minister, when he was citing the Honorable Chief Minister, ultimately, what should be the final goal or final objective of good governance? To my mind, and I think to every right-thinking mind, would be to bring in ease of living in the life of a common citizen. If it does not, any amount of platitudes would not serve. And as far as ease of living is concerned, we have to make it more central, citizen-centric, citizen-oriented, and also with increased amount of transparency, increased amount of accountability, and increased emphasis on timelines, which we have actually evidently proved to be doing. At least in the clearance of our grievances, we have fixed a timeline. The award distribution, incidentally, I believe is going to happen after I finish speaking. I wish it had happened before so that I could congratulate them. But nevertheless, let me officially from this dais congratulate all the recipients, because that has generated a healthy competitiveness among the various states. And this process of having conferences in the different parts of the country has actually led to a situation where we are getting requests for hosting such conferences. I have also noted down what the Honorable Minister said. Yes, we are in a big way in the process of what the media popularly describes as unlocking of India's space sector. We have started also involving private players. We have centers already in place, as he was mentioning. We are in the process of opening up centers at other venues, other locations, and certainly Hyderabad would also be in the queue and waiting for that. Because the kind of infrastructure they have, the kind of startup culture which already exists in Hyderabad, we would like to use it for the enrichment of the promotion of space technology in the country. And therefore, I think I would carry back this suggestion and try to work on it as soon as possible in very near future. Now that India is already trying to match the global benchmarks, and in a situation like this, Telangana is going to have a very major role to play. So I just request the state government also to be on board with us, and we shall be with you, so that we can ultimately achieve the objective of becoming global excellers. You in Telangana deserve this, and you must seek this, and we are there to stand by you and assist you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. And now we would proceed further with the distribution of National E-Governance Awards 2021. And before we do that, let me walk you through the categories we have. The awards comprises of the Gold Award, the Silver Award and the Jury Award. The Gold Award comprises of certificate, symbolic check of rupees 2 lakhs. Silver Award gets certificate, symbolic check worth rupees 1 lakh and the Jury Award gets the certificate. And now to proceed further, I would request Dr. Jitendra Singh sir to please come forward to confer the awards.
विशेष डिजिटल पहल है जिसे 2021 के नेशनल ई गवर्नेंस पुरस्कार के तहत स्वर्ण पुरस्कार से सम्मानित किया जा रहा है। भारत के सुप्रीम कोर्ट की ई समिति द्वारा लागू ये परियोजना का प्रबंधन जज द्वारा वर्चुअल किया जाएगा। इससे न तो याचिकाकर्ता को न्यायालय आने की आवश्यकता होगी और न ही जज को कोर्ट में मौजूद होकर अध्यक्षता करने की आवश्यकता होगी। इस प्रकार न्यायालय के कीमती न्याय संबंधी समय की भी बचत होगी।
I would request all the awardees sitting on the left-hand side of the hall to kindly rise to receive the award as well. And now let me proceed further with the awardees who are going to receive the award today. So the category 1 is Excellence in Government Process, Re-engineering for Digital Transformation. The project is E-Courts Mission Mode Project, receives the Gold Award, and it is for the Department of Justice, Ministry of Law and Justice and E-Committee of Supreme Court of India. The awardees are Shri Barun Mitra, Secretary, Department of Justice, Shri Atul Kurekar, Member, Process E-Committee of Supreme Court of India, Ms. R. Arulmoy Shelvi, Member HR, E-Committee of Supreme Court of India, and Shri Ashish Shiradhonkar, Scientist, FNIC. So I would request each one of you to clap for the awardees, and I would request the team to please come forward to receive their award. And the Gold Award is being given on the central level initiation. Now, the silver is being received by the project E-Mark Electronic Maintenance of Rural Roads under PMGSY, Ministry of Rural Development, Government of India. The awardees are
एक विशेष डिजिटल पहल है जिसे 2021 के राष्ट्रीय ई गवर्नेंस पुरस्कार के तहत रजत पुरस्कार से सम्मानित किया जा रहा है। ई-मार्क सड़कों के रखरखाव को आसान बनाता है। नवीन तकनीक जैसे ओपन सोर्स, रिमोट
Shri Prashant Kumar, Project Manager, Shri Vivek Chitale, Senior Technical Director, NIC.
की गई तस्वीरें लेता है जो ठेकेदारों और जिला इंजीनियरों की तमाम परेशानियों का हल एक साथ करता है।
Moving forward towards the state level initiative.